first item that we have on the agenda is 2014-791. The sponsor is Claiborne. An ordinance to abandon right-of-way for a portion of McGavick Pike. Is there a motion? Got a motion and a second. Questions? All in favor? 791 is approved. Next item is 2014-792. Langston Dominique Hunt, an ordinance to abandon an existing public sewer main and existing easement to construct sewer main and to relocate water main for properties located at 415 27th Avenue North, 27th Avenue North unnumbered, and 28th Avenue North unnumbered. Is there a motion? We got a motion and a second. All questions? All in favor? 792 is approved. Next item is 2014-793, Dominique Hunt, an ordinance to abandon and accept public sewer main and easements and to replace public sewer main with DIP public sewer main and to accept two public fire hydrant assemblies for property located at 2033 4002 Hillsborough Pike and 2035 Richard Jones Road. Is there a motion? Second? Got a motion and a second. Questions? All in favor? 793 is approved. The next item is 794, Gilmore, Dominic, and Hunt, an ordinance to negotiate and accept permanent and temporary easements for the Jefferson Street Stormwater Improvement Project. Is there a motion? Got a motion and a second. Any questions? All in favor? 794 is approved. The next item is 2014-795, Dominic and Hunt, an ordinance to negotiate and accept permanent and temporary easements for the Jamesboro Place Stormwater Improvement Project. Is there a motion? Second? There's a motion and a second. Are there questions? All in favor? 795 is approved. The next item is 2014-796, Gilmore, Dominic, and Hunt, an ordinance authorizing the granting of a permanent easement to Piedmont Natural Gas Company. Is there a motion? No. Second? There's been a motion and a second. Are there questions? All in favor? 796 is approved. The next item is 2014-797, Gilmore, Dominic, and Hunt. This is an ordinance to abandon retain easement rights to a former unnumbered alley for properties located south of Jackson Court between 4th Avenue North and 5th Avenue North. Is there a motion? We've got a motion and a second. Are there questions? All in favor? 797 is approved. The next item is 798, Baker, Dominic, and Hunt, an ordinance to abandon retain easement rights in a portion of the former right-of-way of 50th Avenue North. Is there a motion? Second? All in favor? 798 is approved. Yes, I'm sorry. Letters for what bill are you referring to?
Are they present? You're a co-sponsor on all of them.
Yeah, my name is on all of them, so they don't have to be here. Thank you. Any other questions? Next item is 2014-762, Scott Davis. He just made it. An ordinance to change from RS5 to SP zoning for properties located at 1007 and 1009 North 5th Street to permit up to 4 detached dwelling units. Is there a motion? We've got a motion and a second. Are there questions? All in favor? 762 is adopted. Next item is 2014-763. The sponsor is Tenpenny. This is an ordinance to amend ordinance number Bill 2005-688 for properties located at 3101 Nodensville Pike, Zone CS, to remove a section of amendment number 1. Is there a motion? It's got a motion, a second. Are there questions? All in favor? Okay, 763 is adopted. Next item is BL 2014-764. The sponsor is Wester Home. And roll it to the hill. The next item is 2014-769. The sponsor is Hunt, an ordinance amending the zoning code to modify the definition and condition of accessory dwelling detached. Is there a motion? Got a motion and a second. Are there questions? All in favor? 769 is adopted. The next item is Bill 14-770, Hunt, Davis, an ordinance to amend the zoning code pertaining to a two-family dwelling. Is there a motion? There's been a motion and a second. All in favor? 770 is adopted. That concludes. We got to go to the third. Excuse me? Yeah, I'm sorry. Is there a motion to defer by rules? Is there a motion? Second? All in favor? Okay, it's deferred. Okay, hang on 1 minute. Go back to 770. This is an ordinance to amend the zoning code pertaining to two-family dwellings. What do you want to know?
I was hoping that.
Hold on a minute.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. It seemed like there was a lot of discussion about it the last time, so I was just hoping that planning or someone could speak on it, or if there had been more meetings, just a little bit more follow-up since last time.
I thought there was, we'll talk about it. You're talking about the contextual overlay or 771?
There were several of them. I know there was one with the contextual overlay. It seems like there were some concerns about the two-family dwelling, as well as the one that the accessory dwelling detached as well.
Okay, we'll let Mr. Lehman explain what's going on with
Thank you.
770, okay? Oh, excuse me. Let me get you on here. Okay, planning, okay.
Okay. Yes, there's been discussion on the two-family dwelling bill 770, and it was my understanding that this would be deferred one meeting because we are looking at having another meeting to discuss this with the development community and look at possible amendments dealing with height. That was the purpose of that deferral for one meeting. So that was my understanding, that it would be deferred one meeting at this council meeting.
Yes, you're correct. Well, that deferment, she's working on it now, and she'll have the language tomorrow, and will be deferred tomorrow.
Right.
When it comes up.
So we will have an amendment ready at third reading at the next council meeting in July.
Right, okay. Council Lady Allen?
Can you speak a little bit to what, my understanding is that height might just be an adjustment to allow a story and a half or something?
Well,
or
we're
have y'all gotten
still
that yet?
going to meet with the development community, and so I don't think we have anything completely nailed down yet, but we are listening and we're trying to put together an amendment that addresses their concerns. So I'm not sure I'm prepared tonight to tell you exactly what the
Okay.
amendment is, because we haven't drafted it completely.
Okay. Is that a meeting interested council members could attend?
Yes.
Yes, they'll be there.
And we'll be notified.
We
You'll be
will. You will.
notified.
Thank you.
Councilman Glover?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Okay, so by you bringing back an amendment on this, and we've already voted here, obviously in committee, but will you bring that amendment back, and will it come back into this committee for discussion, or is it just going to be strictly on the floor for discussion?
That will be up to the council. I think it can be re-referred back to the committee by the council.
So, Mr. Cooper, what do we need to do here?
Okay, two options. One would be for a motion to rescind action on the approval tonight.
Okay.
And defer, and then it will be back at the next meeting. The other would be on the floor tomorrow night to defer and re-refer back to the committee.
Will the chair do that then? Will you defer and redirect back to the committee?
Yes.
Okay. That's fine.
Councilman Bedney?
Thank you. So when we were having the discussion on the last council meeting, I meant to ask Bob if the Board of Zoning Appeal will apply to a condition where they want to build a two-story, and because of the topography, they could perhaps apply to the BZA for an exception so they could do that.
In code, then your remedy would be to apply for a variance at the Board of Zoning Appeals if you're not able to meet the standards of the code.
So is it on the legislation in the language that they can go to the BZA?
I don't believe that's in the language. That's part of the zoning code, that if you're not able to meet the standard, if you can show that you have a unique hardship, property hardship that's unique to your property, then you can request a variance at the Board of Zoning Appeals. So that applies to all properties in the county.
Well, because I really think that they should be able to do two-story homes. We shouldn't limit that like that. So I would be more inclined to change the legislation to let them do that. But otherwise, it would be good if they had the opportunity to go to the BZA. So for whatever it's worth, my vote will be to tweak the legislation to allow for that to happen.
Do you wish to offer an amendment?
Well, I mean,
Well, they are still tweaking the legislation, so.
yeah, we can look at some language, and I can talk to you after this meeting about some possible remedies to that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Are there any more comments, questions?
We have to sign off once they're identified, and if any injuries happen.
Now, what did you say now? Nothing. Okay, this meeting's adjourned before we get a little excited.